Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes on this Friday, the 13th of May, 2022. And a week ago, we were watching an upper low moving eastward across the central Appalachians and making its way off the coast. And here we are a week later, and it's still there. It's sitting on the North Carolina coast and slowly drifting westward and slowly weakening, which is important because it's going to be part of the process of getting the atmosphere to normalize and get weather systems to move from west to east. And by the way, if you notice while this upper low is spinning, it's still very dominant in terms of the creating this bottleneck in the atmosphere. You see the showers and thunderstorms that are out in the plains. They're all pretty much moving straight north. They're not making a whole lot of eastward progress. So a lot of the same areas that got hit by thunderstorms 2 days ago got hit by the same hit by thunderstorms last night. It is sliding a bit to the east. But once that bottleneck breaks down, we can finally get a cold front to move on through, and that'll be on Monday. In the meantime, as I described last night on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, because of where the upper low is, and this sort of sprawling, disorganized mess that's out there, thanks to the circulation, you got a lot of junk that's sitting out in the Atlantic, and some of it is backing westward, including the low clouds and fog that the areas got into overnight. And now we're also seeing some areas of light rain. To the south, we see a band from overnight moving through southern New Jersey into southeastern Pennsylvania. A couple of heavier showers down further south into Chesapeake Bay, southern Delmarva into Virginia. Wouldn't be surprised at all if we wind up seeing a few patches of light rain or drizzle as we move through the day in southern New England, southeastern New England, down across New Jersey and into Pennsylvania and the Hudson Valley. It's going to be that kind of day today. I think at best you could see maybe changeable skies in inland areas where things might have a better chance of brightening up or even a break or two of sun. But I think it's going to be a tough sell just about everywhere else. And that's going to hold temperatures down pretty much in the upper 60s to low 70s. Here's the risk area today from the Storm Prediction Center from Wisconsin down to Oklahoma. Still not seeing any risk for thunderstorms here in the Northeast and most of the northern mid-Atlantic states. And in the meantime, for tomorrow, we have a marginal risk, pretty large amorphous area of marginal risk for isolated severe thunderstorms around the Great Lakes, parts of the Ohio Valley, and parts of the middle Mississippi Valley into the Central Plains. This is the period from Saturday into Sunday. Now for Sunday into Monday, we're going to start shifting the things to the east, and you can see that there's a slight risk from the the lower Mississippi Valley, I guess, or the lower to southern middle Mississippi Valley, northeastward into Ohio and western Pennsylvania, with a marginal risk running into central PA. Now, this is going to be as the next cold front starts its approach. I've been saying for the last few days that Monday we could see some severe weather risk. SPC has not put anything in yet on their overnight forecast. They still say predictability too low, but I think there's a shot with an upper trough that's going to be coming through that's got a little bit of punch to it, with dew points rising up into the 60s, which is good news for upstate New York and New England, so we could reduce the fire risk. I think we have a shot that we could see maybe stronger thunderstorms and possibly even one or two severe ones. Rainfall for the next 7 days, not a whole heck of a lot along the coastal plain. It's going to be generally around a quarter of an inch or less in most places. You go inland, it gets a little higher in eastern PA, upstate New York, into New England. You start to get into half to three quarters to an inch. And also across North Carolina back westward through the central Appalachians, Ohio Valley, and then down from Missouri straight down to Louisiana, where we've got patches where we could see an inch to an inch and a quarter, maybe even an inch and a half. Doesn't stop raining in the Pacific Northwest, and seems like it'll never rain again in the Southwest. So let's look at what's going on here as far as the weekend is concerned. Certainly for today, as we mentioned, with the flow now is no longer northeast, which up until now, for the most part, it's been dry. Now it's southeast. So we're getting that, what I've referred to as that junky moisture coming in. There's going to be an area of rain moving up the coast overnight into tomorrow morning. Most of that should go just to the east. It might briefly clip southeastern New England tomorrow, Saturday afternoon. Otherwise, there'll be some scattered showers around in areas to the west and south. I don't think it's going to be one of those days where it rains all day, but in between all of this, we'll probably have to deal with clouds and maybe some drizzle and light rain. Now, Sunday, I think we're going to catch a break because the winds are going to turn a little more southwest. And that'll be good because that'll allow for some sun to break out. It may also allow for some scattered thunderstorms to develop in the afternoon inland. And you see them there, how the GFS picks that up in upstate New York and into Pennsylvania and West Virginia. Those dry out. Hopefully, it clears out for the lunar eclipse for Sunday night. And then on Monday, here comes another cold front. And again, this is where I think we run the risk of seeing some severe weather, or the potential for some severe weather as the front moves on through. It has a strong feature in the upper layers of the atmosphere to support it. After that, it looks like we should be dry into Wednesday. Seasonal temperatures. Don't see anything uh, too warm, at least until maybe next weekend. Although Sunday, if we get enough sun, I think that we may see temperatures reach the upper 70s and low 80s in many locations. And then here comes the cold front for Monday. The next high builds in, and then we'll have to wait for maybe Thursday with the disturbance going through with some showers, and then we'll watch to see what happens in the east. Looks like a ridge is going to try to build along the east coast Friday and into next week, and so as long as we don't get any kind of backdoor cold front, we could actually string together a couple of very nice warm days over a weekend, which we haven't done in, geez, I don't know how long it's been since we've seen something like that. All right, so that kind of leaves it at that. The Joe and Joe Weather Show usually takes Friday and Saturday off, and we'll be back on Sunday, but it's going to be a Sunday night show this time around at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Joe's going to be previewing the lunar eclipse that will occur Sunday night. Hopefully skies clear out for that, or hopefully they're clear, or at least clear enough where you are. And we'll be, of course, updating on the websites as we always do over the weekend. Patreon members, look for a Weather in 10 video on Saturday. So just giving you a heads up on that. Have a great day, everybody.